Sunshine, Vyapaar Jagat.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Praveen Parmar once again back to Vyapaar Jagat TV, and I welcome you all for this particular wonderful session. And as you know why we are organizing or having such sessions, as we are at vyaparjagat.com, we are promoting green entrepreneurs. We are promoting and giving recognition to the entrepreneurs, those who are contributing to climate, those who are contributing to the environment, the nature, right? So today we have one nature entrepreneur. She is Roshini M. She is co-founder at Luxury Wellness International Magazine, and she is also a fashion editor. And so basically, she is in this particular international magazine, she is covering a lot of inspiring articles, stories about luxury, wellness, and green living. Okay, so let's start this particular talk. So, Roshni, welcome to Vyapaar Jagat TV. Welcome to vyaparjagat.com. And
Thank you, sir.
we can start with your introduction. So, please introduce yourself so the whole world know about you and your journey.
Hi, everybody. This is Roshini M. And I am currently the co-founder and fashion editor of Luxury Wellness. Luxury Wellness was started in 2018, and a little bit background into how Luxury Wellness was born and what I specialize in. There was a college project which I was expected to do, and what happened was as a kid, I think I was very conscious. I would always save the paper, collect it, reuse for all of my projects. So this conscious effort was all there as a kid. And slowly in college, I realized that my interest towards sustainability was more because I was seeing how the fashion industry was a major pollutant. It contributes to 10% of the global landfill. So this was like a constant thought on my head, how I could work around, what I could do. And most of my college projects were also very conscious. I would look at reusing the materials that I would use in the labs. So there was this conscious effort throughout my journey, through schooling, through college. And I have a degree in BTech Fashion Technology. So in my final year project, I got an opportunity to work with upcycled clothing. So what I did is I upcycled five of my mother's saris, because those days I think those saris held a sentiment. They passed down the legacy to their daughters, to their grandchildren, and that's how important saris, clothing where there were sentiments. So I kind of utilized that to create a clothing line, 5 different outfits for a mother and daughter duo. So my simple notion was to help people understand how you can repurpose things and how you can make clothes last. So that was just my initiative to do, and I think there were different fabrics and technical textiles involved. So it helped me understand what I could do with different products, how I could use them. So the usership of fashion, that's my first stage, and I got a college the third best department project. So that was my first step into the world of sustainability, and that was my first project. And ever since then, I've been vocal for upcycle. I've been doing a lot of freelance design work for people. So I would convince them to look at something upcycled with the material that they have. Probably they have a sari or a dupatta. How can you actually do something with it rather than just going and buying? Because I feel what you already have is more sustainable. That's what fashion revolution defines. The most sustainable fashion, it's already in your wardrobe, and how you can actually style it differently and make use of it to the best effort, to the end of cycle. So this is something that I started on, and I have been working with fashion, end-to-end fashion. I have been working, and I later got into fashion styling because I didn't want to be a designer. The first thing why I didn't want to be a designer is because I didn't want to create clothes. I know what would happen to them. And there's this trend where everything has now become a one-time wear. So people want, it's also there's this peer pressure on social media that only you wear the outfit only once, because you want people to see, okay, you're wearing so many outfits, you want to look and feel good. But I kind of felt that you don't have to look and feel good by wearing different clothes every day. You can have the same thing, style it differently. And so that's when I got into styling, because a lot of what stylists do is they put together, they have a community of designers on board. They kind of get them also involved in the project. So I was styling celebrities for movies, for the Kannada industry. That's how I started my styling career. So about for a year I was styling. I've styled celebrities and brands. So that was my journey into that's my second step of sustainability. And luxury wellness was born in 2018 when I finished my styling career, because I realized that there was a point where as a woman, we're not supported. There's always a safety concern. And I realized if what I was doing was right, because the celebrity market is maybe, that's how I thought of it, whether it's sustainable, whether my profession is sustainable. So then I took a step back, and my mother and me co-founded Luxury Wellness to raise the bars of the working women, because we saw a lot of exploitation happening in the spa industry. Because ultimately, if you're doing something that you're not happy about, I don't think it's going to reap the benefit. So we kind of understood that, maybe, and I was doing my styling career out of passion, because I was not being paid what I was supposed to be paying. I was not getting the correct recognition. So that's when I had to step back and think whether this profession is sustainable. So these are the questions that were going on in my mind. And then luxury wellness helped me tap into the best of what the sustainable world offers and into fashion. Actually, I can now confidently say that this 5 years that we have worked into luxury wellness, now I know what brand is doing what. So whether they're really doing the CSR. So, all of these, I was able to do this research because of luxury wellness. And that has been a very big strength why we started this. And that's what we aim to do. We want to empower people, and not just women, everybody in general, because we want to also talk about ethics in profession, because that's how a business can be sustainable. It's just no longer about resources, no longer about business model, no longer about circular loop. It's about how aware and how empowered you are as an individual. And if you what you feel right, you have to do what you feel is right. So giving people that freedom, giving people that knowledge, I think that this is a very big thing that we want to encourage people to do. So that's what we've been doing through luxury wellness, and we inspire brands to become sustainable, luxury brands to go sustainable. So this is some of the works that I've been doing through luxury wellness. And I also have a degree from MA Sustainable Design, Kingston University, London. So that has helped me understand the global scenario, how the globally sustainability is looked at, and in terms of social innovation, in terms of any centric design in general. So, and also what happens is fashion as an industry is very huge. I'm not able to take on it individually. So luxury wellness is giving me that power to actually help and understand, propagate, help empower people to know what right and what is wrong. Because nobody's going to tell you, okay, don't buy this dress. But what I tell people is, okay, you have these two, you can wear it differently. So that's when I started becoming a wardrobe stylist. I started consulting as a wardrobe stylist to help people curate so many looks with whatever they have. Just minimal clothes, with minimal outfits. So I believe in minimalism, and that's what I've been embracing for all this long. And COVID has kind of shown light that we need to invest in brands that are more, I guess, they're durable, and that help it last longer, and just not about one-time wears and not fast fashion. So this is my journey into sustainability, and I've been also taking part in I personally do a lot of upcycling, so I upcycle most of my stuff, any product for that matter. So this is my belief is there's no planet B. So it's recycled, it's reuse, repurpose, and upcycle. So these are the three key principles that I work on, and I strongly believe and I preach that. So this is my introduction into how sustainability has inspired me and how it's been a part of my life, daily living. And we are a international magazine. We're a digital magazine for the same reason. We know what happens to the print copies. So we're in digital. We're like go digital right now.
Superb. So, Roshini, you have an amazing journey. I mean, being a, the fashion, you have done so many things. I mean, so my question is, so how did you get first customer, or when you started this particular magazine? So, how challenging it was, and how did you get your first customer?
Our first customer were wellness resorts.
Okay.
Because I truly believe that the mind, body, and soul, even in terms of sustainability, if you're not really conscious or doing anything, for to be conscious, you need to be your body, mind, and soul needs to be aligned. So that's what luxury wellness believes in. So we believe in this concept of wellness. So anything that relates with mind, body, soul were our customers. So we went to resorts. We were hosted by a couple of resorts.
No, my question is, how did you get your first customer? I mean, what was that story?
The story was,
Just like a friend was a resort owner, or how it was? I mean,
no, it was not. My mom is a PR professional, so she had helped some other customer. She had helped her client. So her client put her on to somebody because she was doing this to help the spa industry. So we started out to giving awards to spa managers and spa therapists, because that's how because they're into wellness industry, and if they don't perform, if their mental health is not in place, I don't think anybody will be treated well. So what the purpose they came for is not going to be solved. So that's how we landed on the first client.
And Roshini, so being a woman entrepreneur, again, you have taken the kind of initiative which is green. Again, as you have said, you are not into print magazine, you are in the digital magazine, like what Vyapaar Jagat is into digital media, right? So being a woman, again in the country like India, where the entire thing is developing, and we are promoting the mission like Atmanirbhar Bharat, right? So it is still not self-reliant country, wherein everybody is developing their business, their their own ventures, and so you must come across several challenges in your venture as well. So can you share some of the challenges which you had during the journey so far?
So while I was working on this research project during my master's, I was the founder of Luxury Wellness Green Awards. So it was into fashion advocacy and really understanding what brands were doing with their CSR and whether they're really claiming to be sustainable. What is their sustainable story? So then when I came across that, I was failing to understand what sustainability means. So that was my first challenge. And then the second challenge was understanding what sustainability means across different, it differs from individual to individual, from business model. That's what I found as a challenge. Understanding what sustainability means, it's still a challenge today. And this is one first challenge. The second challenge is convincing people what sustainability means actually. Because sustainability means it's such a complex word, but it's not so complex. It's just very simple. You're coexisting with the ecosystem. You're just making things easy for yourself, for the nature, but with the notion that for the generations to come, you just don't, exploit everything that you have. So these are things where I'm struggling today, even today, for people to understand what sustainability means, and then how I can make people understand what it is. So these are the two things that is a struggle. I think everybody struggles, and there's always this notion that I have to do better. So that do better is like it's the constant push, the constant motivation. And it's very difficult to tell people that sustainability is a self-motivated aim. It's not a globe. It is a global goal, but it has to be a self-directed goal only then, and has to be collective. Only then it can reach the global level. So that's what is my struggles even today.
Superb.
And convincing people to buy less and convincing people to buy less and be happy with what they have.
Roshini. So, Roshini, okay, now, can you talk about, let us talk about what is the vision you have and where do you see yourself?
So my vision is to help build a lot of communities that can self-sustain themselves, wherever I can value add with my resource and my skills. So I'm looking at empowering people and basically young minds, because they are the future generation. So I'm looking at probably empowering 3-4 communities like that. So I've just started out on one. I've been interacting with young college students and other community. So that's one of my long-term vision. And the other 10 years down the lane, maybe I will. I've not thought of 10 years, but definitely I will help people be more conscious and move towards responsible living, because that's what I feel will be the future of India, responsible living. And we've been a very conscious society from our ancestors have made it that way. We've just been deviating from it, and slowly we're kind of going back to the roots. So I think that's my long-term goal.
Super, Roshini. So, Roshini, you have done so many, the study on sustainability, and you have, the qualification was in sustainability. You have done, research on sustainability. You have your own, the venture or the initiative on sustainability. So, how do you define sustainability in simple words? I mean, if suppose somebody wants to understand in one line or two, so how do you define sustainability?
I define sustainability as anything that sustains the resources, ecosystem, and the environment we live in.
Super.
So that's what I define sustainability as.
Super. And so now, whatever the magazine you are running, okay, so how do you incorporate sustainability, and what are the set of activities you do whenever you start a new magazine or something? So how do you incorporate sustainability in your initiatives?
So we encourage the student communities, like we focus on research products that can be viable. Like for example, we have one designer who's a MA bio-based designer. Her name is Sin Firazia, and she has done a biodegradable sunglasses that can be grown up from the garden and can be disposed of at the garden. So these are the kind of student communities that we promote, and we promote artists in general, or anything that is with a creative industry, because I believe without creativity we can't really, that's how the world works. So to support the design in general, and also we support the spas. Like I said, you need to, we've slowly somewhere kind of moved away from nature. So how do we connect with nature so that we can connect with ourselves? Because with nature means being one with ourselves. So that's what luxury wellness done. So we concentrate on wellness, green living, and luxury. So like I shared earlier, we inspire luxury brands to go sustainable. So the kind of luxury brands that we are with, we tie up or partner with is like Hemant and Lekhan. The brand is called Ayurganic. So they dye using, they're dyed in the Ganga river with turmeric. So basically that leisure wear has some bit of restorative wellness in them, and the person wears. There's a lot of medicinal value also when you wear it. It's like, it's medical textile. So these are the kind of brands that we've associated. And when we look at CSR of the brands, whether they're really doing the CSR. And so any reader, so we also inspire sustainable tourism. travel, sustainable travel. So there's a difference between when you travel consciously and what consciously means. Okay, you're aware of what you're doing, where you're going. You can, maybe there are small things you can do. Probably not buy water on the way. You can carry your own water bottles. So these are small things, and we support products that support these causes. So that's how luxury wellness is like, propelling all of these initiatives. And we largely are associated with wellness retreats and resorts, because like we believe that wellness is a journey and not a destination. So we have to learn to live with nature, we without destroying it. And we largely associate with properties that don't believe on extraction. They naturally blending their property with nature, when one with nature. So these are kind of things that we are doing with luxury wellness.
Super. And so Roshni, I'm sure when you talk about your challenges, you talk about your journey, and so there might be certain cases or certain time when you are expecting something but it is not happening. Okay, sometimes you are expecting some association, some collaboration, some customers on board, and they are not you are not getting it. Okay. So when it happens, so an entrepreneur gets demotivated, that this is happening, what to do, whom to connect, right? So what do you do to get motivated in those situations, Rosni?
Like I said, actually it was a very frustrating journey that I got into, that I started venturing out. It till date is very frustrating, because the big names are also not very, they say they're doing is conscious, there's sustainability, but I mean, I don't believe that that's what it is. It's not doing what it's supposed to be. They're all false claims. I just realized that it really upsets me that all these big companies are, and people are just blindly following without, doing enough research. So that's my biggest frustration till date. To break that, basically tear apart the facade that all of these brands, big labels have. So I've kind of what I have done, what I believe is look at small scale business. So support something that is a small initiative, probably, because I don't see the point of supporting these big brands, because they're already there, and it's this. There's no point. There's no value. Like, I don't want to contribute to something that I don't believe in. So, that's what is my challenge. And till date, it's a frustration. How I motivate myself is probably tomorrow I'm able to inspire one person. That's all. It's my job. I can't inspire 100 people. And I believe each of us is an influencer by themselves. So if I'm able to influence one person, that I'm doing. So, and I'm happy, and I feel that's my motivation. Like I said, it's a self-defense. It can't be collective at the moment, because if everybody individually does it, then it will become collective, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Super.
So I'm just trying to inspire one person.
Yeah. I think that's a great message you have conveyed, and I'm sure it will help a lot of other people also to stay motivated. Okay, now so Roshni, where do you see India after 20 years, or probably in the future? Where do you think sustainability development will be in India? I mean, how the future you see?
I see a lot of scope in sustainable tourism for India, because I believe India has a lot of, India is doing great that way. One is that, and second is I see a lot of scope for a lot of brands going green, a circular loop. So these are, and lot of modular design initiatives. So because I believe design has to be modular. Circular is a different thing, but modular is something which will help, it'll expand the life cycle of the brand, of the product. So that's what I believe in. A lot of modular design initiatives happening, and India will be number one probably in sustainable tourism, because there's so much scope in India. India.
Super. Okay, so Roshni, now I have one or two questions which is related to your personal journey again.
Sure.
So how do you manage your time? How do you spend your time? So usually we are doing we are spending maximum times in our business, right, for the work. But apart from work, what are the set of activities you do and what you do? Yeah.
So basically, I start my day with I'm actually a Reiki healer.
Wow.
So I got into Reiki healing. So I spend an ample amount of time in nature, grounding myself, doing gardening. There's a lake nearby that I take time off every day, so and I very well focus on fitness. Like 365 days, I have to work out, not just for you know. To look good but to feel good. So that's something that I strongly believe, and I've been practicing. So I explore different fitness activities, and I like to do a bit of art every day. So it helps me, it keeps my creative juices flowing, because whatever I do, it requires a lot of creativity. So I feel, to keep it going, I do some upcycling mainly, and I also write. So because it requires a lot of my magazine requires a lot of writing skills, so I work on that. And basically art keeps me going. Anything, I make dream catchers, I upcycle a lot of things, and whatever I could, maybe if there's some event coming up, I'll see how I can pair. And I do a lot of fashion style stories also. So these are some of the things that I do passionately follow. And I'm also part of zero waste groups in my local city. So I look how I can look at how I can contribute, and just be a part of these initiatives. So
Super,
pretty much my day.
Yeah. Super contribution you are doing, Roshni, in that sense also. So, Roshni, now my last question to you is about, this set of tips or a message which you want to give to the society or probably the, Indian citizens. So, what will be that message or set of tips you want to share?
I've been a strong believer of, if you don't love what you do, you'll never be happy. So I believe everybody, if they do, it's rather to do nothing than to not do anything that you don't love. Because when you do what you love, there's so much that you learn about yourself. So I think if everybody takes some time to understand what they truly love, and contribute towards that, work towards that, I think we're going to be very successful people. So that's my message. And I truly wish everybody to do what inspires them and keeps their keep the passion burning.
Super, Roshni, and that's a great message. Is there anything else, Roshni, you want to share, or otherwise we can wrap this particular session?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think I've said a lot of stuff that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Roshni, for taking out time for this particular interview and sharing a lot of insights, a lot of experience, and so many stories you have shared during this particular session. So thank you so much for that. And so everyone, if you have not subscribed Vyapaar Jagat TV yet, so please do subscribe Vyapaar Jagat TV, and do not forget to hit the bell icon, because that is the one that will give you a notification. And as you know, we are looking for such green entrepreneurs who are really contributing to environment, nature, and climate, right? So if you know any such green entrepreneurs, so just comment on this particular video, and I will definitely contact them, and we will have their stories in front of you. And so we are coming up with this so many stories, and we are promoting green entrepreneurs via hosting or organizing an event which is Greenpreneur Convention and Awards. It's a 3 days virtual convention wherein we are going to have a lot of green entrepreneurs sharing their stories, sharing their experience, knowledge, and we are going to recognize entrepreneurs via giving them an award, wherein we have 50 plus award categories. So any green entrepreneur, any eco-minded or nature lover can participate into this. So share this particular message, spread a word, and thank you so much for watching out this video. And once again, Roshini M, thank you so much for joining this particular session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and it was lovely connecting. And thank you for this.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone.
सपना देखें हम उसे पूरा करें, कोई उड़ना चाहे हम उसे विश्वास दे, कोई सपना देखें हम उसे पूरा करें, कोई उड़ना चाहे हम उसे विश्वास दे। जोश भरने को तैयार हम, आगे बढ़ने में राहदार हम, जोश भरने को तैयार हम, आगे बढ़ने में राहदार हम। मेरा व्यापार मेरी पहचान, मेरा व्यापार मेरी पहचान, मेरा व्यापार मेरी पहचान, मेरा व्यापार मेरी पहचान, हर व्यापार को दे पहचान। हर व्यापार को दे पहचान, व्यापार जगत।